Doug. It's just a squirrel. Calm down, Doug. Good morning, my Doug fans. I'm getting better. It the swallowing action. It's tender feeling, but it's not. It's not that sore feeling when I swallow. So I'm getting better. Still feel like crap, like no energy, but I am getting better. Like, but this is the I don't know how. Let me know. Does the volume? Do I need to hold the microphone to my mouth, or is this loud enough? I'm just waiting for some feedback on the sound. Is the sound all right? It's low. Do I need to hold the microphone to my mouth? I can do that for you if you want. I don't know. We're good. We're good on the sound. Okay. All right. Except Doug is whining. It's low. Okay. Some people it's low, so we'll just do this. If I just hold it up here like this, absolutely everybody can hear. I got to be careful on the talking. Actually, you know what? I'll tell you something. The only talking that I'm doing is actually on my streams. I'm walking around like a monk right now, not talking. I'm not even talking to myself, which I can getting lonely walking around not talking to myself. It's so funny. I I literally walk around and consciously think about not talking. That's how bad it is. Nothing like the sound of slurping coffee. Well, the apple crisp, it was obviously awesome. Yeah, see the thumbnail? I'm not going to be laying around today though because I cannot do it anymore. I'm absolutely cracking, just cracking. I can't. I got to get outside. I got to go do something. So I'm going to change the tires on my car, put the old winter tires on. The car's in the garage still. I haven't moved it since then. Got the truck back yesterday. It's working. Muffler, they replaced the muffler. So that's happy times here. Truck's not sounding like a race car anymore. Dragster. But I'm going to change the tires on the car, and then I'm going to the food bank to take a load of eggs to the food bank, and I'm hoping to do a little electrical lighting work on the goose shed outside, because I have an old light fixture that I'm going to put that's just on the other side of the bathtub. So the bathtub's a little brighter at night for the wintertime. So I think that's my plan today. I'm going to not push it. That's not physically. I'm going to be outside, breathing in cool air with my hurting throat, but I'm not going to physically push myself. So you are going to see me. It'll be on, what stream will that be? Stream number 4. You'll see me today doing electrical. So keep an eye on that today if you're interested in watching that. Put a light fixture on the side of the goose shed. So that's the plan. But I'm going to be letting the ducks out here. I got to have my breakfast, even though I really shouldn't, because of the amount of apple crisp I ate last night. Oh, it was so good. I fought the urge so much, but there was a bunch of enablers in chat that that sort of egged me on about making the apple crisp. I don't see any of the enablers here right now. Oh, folks. No, the fox is not gone. I got to get the shotgun out. I'll be outside, though, Janie, with the shotgun. And Doug. Doug will be out there with me, too. So, he'll be out there, and Mr. Fox will have to run the gauntlet of all of us. Oh. But I'm going to be... There's ice this morning on the Magoon. The South Creek, Southwest Creek, yeah, the Southwest Creek coming in, the one that you can see directly across from stream number 6. There's ice this morning on the Magoon. So it got cold here. It was about -5 last night. But it's supposed to warm up. Let me just click on the weather here because it's supposed to go to like 10 degrees and rain this week. So today is supposed to be 6 degrees and sunny, or 7 degrees and sunny, and then tomorrow it's 5, and then all the temperatures, they've revised it. It's only 8, 7, 5, 6, and 8. But nothing below 0. Oh yeah, there is next week, the end of, what is that day? Saturday, it's going to get some -1, but it's actually going to be above 0. 5 degrees tomorrow night. That's warm, actually. So we got a little bit of a warm up. Good weather for me to get little odds and ends done outside. I got to get kind of cute Keith over here. Not today, but probably tomorrow to, well, no, today. No, I'm not doing that today. Too much energy. I got to get the incubator and the hatcher out of the back room. I'm going to put them in the garage because that's where they're going to be operational. If they're going to operate, they're going to be operating in the garage. So, but I got to because I got to tear out the wall in the back, right where the incubator's in the way. I got to tear all that section out to put a new water line in for a tap, a hydrant outside this winter, because I got rid of the one on the side of the house that was temporary, and I've got to come up with a permanent one now. Since I fixed the house, I have to come up with a permanent one on the outside of the house. So I got that. That's a project I got to get done here real shortly. And also, I've got to tack my garden. I forgot to check the weather. What's the long range forecast here? I got to dig my carrots and beets out. What are we looking here? Looks like next week is, yep. Yeah, it looks like next week. That's what it looks like. Oh, they're talking. Actually, you know what, folks? There's some major warming coming up here. According to the weather network, the next 8 days is warm. Well, relatively warm compared to what it could be. So it looks like next week will be carrots and beets. Is what it's going to be. I'm looking forward to trying my carrots, actually. Because they've been been getting hit with frost, so they should be getting a little bit sweet. Yeah, I'm having coffee this morning. I had to. Well, not that I had to. It was the drink and the lemon ginger drink. It's like it could only go so far. And it wasn't like I was craving caffeine or anything, because I'm not addicted to caffeine, because this is the only caffeine I take is first thing in the morning. And it's very easy for me to skip. But for some reason, the coffee machine was sitting loaded, ready to go for the last 4 days, and I decided to hit the button and turn her on. Plus, I'm off to a late start because I was up from 1:30 till quarter after 5. Probably anybody watching on the water stream, you probably saw the kitchen light on because I was up. I was in excruciating pain. My back, because I've been doing nothing like a lazy slob for like I don't know how many days. It feels like forever, but it's really only been 2 days because Saturday I actually did something and shoveled the gravel pile, which I seem to keep forgetting that. But so just laying in bed Sunday and Monday, which Monday I didn't even lay in bed the whole day because I went to town and got the truck and came back and then went laid down. My back is so sore that last night I woke up at quarter after 1 and basically from my bottom of my rib cage to my thighs was excruciating pain. My whole body was, and no matter what position I laid in, the pain was the same. It was just a throbbing, pounding. So the only way I could get the pain to go away was standing up. So I was standing beside my bed for a while, and the pain went away. So then I thought, okay, I'll go and lay down, and the pain would come back. So I ended up coming downstairs, and I was up for almost all night. So then finally the pain went away, and I went back to bed. You know, I'm high maintenance right now, but I'm going to do something productive. I can't lay around much longer. Doug's actually starting to go crazy. Amelia, well, one, he's a lazy slob, eh? Like he yesterday came with me, and he was outside and everything, but he couldn't wait to come back inside to lay on the couch. And last night, he was laying there, and one of Doug's favorite tricks is now laying on the couch is slithering his way towards me, so that he's laying partially on me while I'm sitting on the couch or laying on the couch. Which I think that's part of how heavy his head is until it's laying on you, and I think that's what's causing my back to be out because the weight of his head is causing my body to turn. And he has to, no matter, like I'll get up, I'll grab his back legs and pull him across the couch again, and within an hour, he slithers back over towards me. So he's got this Klingon thing happening. Oh, Susie, that's another thing is that he's extremely hot. You can be sitting on the couch quite comfortable, like comfortable as could be, and then all of a sudden you start getting hot, and you realize, oh, the hot water bottle is laying closer to me because he's like a 140-pound nuclear reactor of heat. And if he gets within about 3 inches of you, you can actually feel the heat, and it heats you up, makes the couch hot. It's very uncomfortable. It's not nice to be sitting with him that close to you. It's good right at the beginning when you give him a little bit of a pet, but then it wears thin once you start getting hot. Oh. Cat breathing in your nose wakes you up. Oh, they're sitting on your chest and sucking the oxygen out of your nose? What do they call that? Crib death? Deb? Your cats are trying to off you, Deb. They do that, eh? They lay on the chest and they suck the life right out of you. They're evil cats. You didn't know that, eh? There was a horror show, actually, where a cat did that, laid on a chest, and sucked the spirit out of the person. Oh. Doug's mad at me right now. He's laying down behind me because there's a squirrel on the front lawn, and because I raked the leaves underneath the cedar tree along my cement stone garden area there, which I've never done ever. But because now that there's a fancy stone garden there, I wanted it to look pretty, so I raked that area, and I guess I turned some things up that the squirrel had hidden. And the squirrel is out there now all mad at me because I guess disturbed his hiding spots. And the dog is losing it in the window. And I ignored him, and now he's laying behind me with a capital peed off. Look at him. That's Doug when he's peed off. Anyways. because I won't let him outside because of the squirrel. We're going to be going outside here shortly. Like I said, I gotta stay mobile today because I can't lay around anymore. I'm cracking. My body can't take it anymore. I just gotta not push myself, and I gotta dress warm. Oh, there's the enabler. The enabler shows up. Hi, Inga. Did you see my thumbnail? Just like, oh, I couldn't stop eating it last night. My God, I gotta, those things I gotta stop. I'm gonna let you in on something I plan on doing this winter. My world famous apple crisp. I'm gonna do a bake-a-thon stream of making apple crisp whole wheat pies. That's my plan. So as soon as I become, I guess, cabin locked up because winter's here, and I can no longer go outside and just do normal duck stuff, I'm going to do a major bake-a-thon, probably similar to the size of the quiche bake-a-thon, and I'm going to make, I don't know, 8 to 10 of these things. Oh, and I can guarantee you, that they won't last as long as my quiche. Because my quiche, I still have quiches in the freezer, lots of them, and I know for a fact when I do these pies, I'm going to regret it. But I'm looking forward to it because I got the idea because in the grocery store they make a thing called an apple crumble pie, and I was looking at it, and I tried the bumbleberry crumble pie, and I said, this is pretty good, but I thought, this would be pretty neat if it was an apple crisp pie, It would be, I think it would be awesome, make up like 8 or 10 apple crisp pies. Yes, the duck spaghetti. Well, actually, it's going to be duck, lamb liver, and free-range beef sauce. It's going to be everything. It's going to be a big batch of everything because I got 4 ducks that I've got to turn into 3 ducks and a goose. I've got to turn into a burger, and I've got some lamb left over. I've got to turn into burger, and I've got some free-range beef, and I've got 40 liters of tomatoes that I want to turn into a sauce. Because I'm down to, I think I got 2 spaghetti sauce left in the freezer downstairs. I think 2 left, 2 or 1 sauce left. I don't have enough. I don't have much sauce left. That will be another winter. And Mo is one of the ones that's going to be turned into burger. I got to do it this year. It's got to happen. So they're in the freezer. It's time to get the burger machine out and start doing some up. Plus, I've got some drakes that I think I have to get rid of for this winter. I think I got to get rid of 2 or 3 drakes to cut down the ratio. I have to do a census yet. We'll be doing it when I split the pen up for wintertime, when I put the wire up, the geese and the ducks to be separate of each other. I will be doing a census and on the sort to see what the deal is. I kept track of everybody who perished this year, so. How much do I have left? Of what, Susie? Why are you crying with the emojis? I don't understand. No, I have never eaten squirrel. I don't know how the Drake situation, that's what we got to find out. I know we lost 1 drake, 1 or 2 drakes on my sense. I track of everybody when they perished this year. I want to see how close it is. I don't think we had any predator problems this year that we weren't aware of. I don't think there's any like I don't think we had any like disappearances because it was pretty tame here this year as far as predators were concerned. Really, honestly, the only predator problem we've had is the foxes coming at night. The odd visit during the day, but either was quickly scuttled by Doug or myself. But nothing like previous years. It's a big difference when they're in the yard. I only had 6 or 7 drakes before. I didn't have a lot. So Bentley is a rock star. That duck has got an insatiable appetite. Oh, yeah, we had no snapping turtles, did we? And not even in the pond. Nothing came into the lagoon. You know, but we had that one otter, and he's no longer. So and we had that, the hawk that did Magoo in. He's no longer either. But anyways, that's the plan of action. But I will be doing a census, so I know what's going on. And like I said, there are some drakes that gotta go because it's too hard on them. It's too hard on the females all winter. No use for it. So that's the deal. I gotta be careful here on the girls and make sure that they don't get abused. Oh, Ty's worried about a breeding ground for mice. Ty, I got mice here like you wouldn't believe. Thankfully, they're outside though. Ever since I put my spring hinges on my doors, the mice have stopped coming in the house. I highly recommend those, folks. Uh, they're the answer. I'm telling you, they're just regular hinges. I bought them on Amazon. They were like $30 for the pair, and they close your door automatically. And it's like since I installed them, I don't have mice in my house because that's how the mice used to run in is through the door. And if the door closes right behind you, the mice don't get a chance to bolt through the door. I highly recommend them. They work. They work well actually. I got them because just for Doug, so the door closes behind him, and I'm not worrying about it. But it solved my mouse problem because even the mice running through the door and getting whacked in the traps that I have set up on the back door. Uh, they I only got one last year in the traps. I don't have cats, so I have to rely on spring hinges. Doug will chase mice and kill them. He does like that outside. Inside, though, really don't want the dog chasing mice inside because the dog will destroy everything. He's literally a bull in a china shop. Is what Doug is. That's what he is. He's a bull in a china shop. Absolutely destroy everything in its path, and he don't care. He did a job on my door here the other day on Saturday when my neighbors were shooting. I'm gonna have to get the buffer out and buff the door out now because he scratched the crap out of the door. And I was out in the pen shoveling gravel, and he was at the door scratching like I was inside. Fool, just a fool. And the worst part is because he's so tall, all the scratch marks are at eye level, so you can see them. But I'll buff them out and they'll be gone. But I'm gonna get my breakfast happening, folks, and then I'm gonna get my act into gear here, and I'm gonna let the ducks out. I'll do a little ducky rush stream today because I know for a fact that they're going to rush out in a expedient manner because well they're being inside for 3 days, 2 days. Well, since Saturday afternoon, since the fox was here. So like I said, I'm going to be outside today, walking around, doing stuff. Plus, totally forgot, but I've got to install another project that I've got to do is I got to get that 8-inch squirrel cage fan installed on the back of the barn, and then take the 6-inch off and use it for the hatcher. Is where it's going. It's got to be reinstalled. The hatcher needs to be updated, but it's all going to be in the garage soon. So, but I got to get the barn exhaust fan set up, and we've got to um, clean the barn. That's another thing I got to do. I got to wash the barn out. New straw. Start getting ready for winter here. Winter's getting closer, but we're still a little bit. According to the weather, we're at least 10 days away from the onslaught of winter, which is very nice. I'm happy, but I just want to do this, like I said, a quick stream, let you know what's going on. I'm not 100%, and I'm not feeling the best, but I'm not going to lay around anymore. I'm just going to have to, I guess we could say, move slowly, but I can't lay around anymore. I can't. I'm cracking, and my back is just not. I can't. I'm not meant to be laying around. My body doesn't like it. So I got to get going. I'm going to eat. And give me about an hour here because I got to get my act together. I'm not 100%. Like I said, I just woke up. And I got one more coffee and then eat. And then I'm going to let the ducks out and start my day. And then, like I said, 3 o'clock, between 3 and 6 today, I got to go to the food bank and drop off all their eggs. So thanks for joining me for morning coffee, and thank you everybody for enabling me last night on making an apple crisp to make myself feel better. It did make me feel better last night. You have no idea how good I felt eating that little thing. At the end of the night, the thumbnail picture, I was taking. I started off. It was red hot. I didn't even let it cool down last night. I was eating it red hot out of little bowls. I had little bowls, and I kept filling the bowls up and putting the empty bowls in the sink, and I kept making dirty bowls. And then finally, at the end of the night, I was sitting on the couch with that big container, folks. Okay, so when I end this stream and you see the container, that container I think is 4.5 liters. Okay, and I was actually sitting on the couch with that on my lap, with a little dainty dessert spoon, eating right out of the big container. Oh, it was bad, just bad. The only way it would be more complete is if I would have been in my parents' basement in my house coat playing video games. That's the only way it would have been more complete, the view. It would have been just really bad. You would have looked and said, no, this is bad, Matt. You got to stop. But just imagine that, okay? Okay, that's what it looked like, all right? Anyways, I'm going to say goodbye, and I promise you I will do a quick duck rush stream so that you can watch the ducks blow out of the pen today. And don't forget, take a good look at the thumbnail, because that's what and it was 100% worth it. Trust me. Nothing is like wild apple crisp. It's just awesome. Have a good day, and I promise you I'll do a duck rush stream later. I'll tell you what I'll do when I do the duck rush stream. I'll post it to Facebook with a warning so you can see. Okay. So I don't know if you got notifications on Facebook. We'll try to figure out somehow to notify you, because YouTube's not liking me right now again, like usual. So I'll talk to you later.